The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views or ideas of the staff or management of KWSH or the 110 Broadcast Group.
Istongo Seminologi, Jeremy Chahojifgados and Moen, Mojanita, Hadamnita, he those in Popohoyan, Ishtiamalegat, Delaney Pennock, Hojifgados, Moen, Nakmaga de Giaja, Delaney.
Hische, Mojanita, Ogithkit, Heathan, Pohe, Oahandon, Mezin, Aleji Jagits.
Maga Bohitskis. All right, we'll do it in English for y'all. This is Jeremy Foltz with the Seminole Nation radio program. I'm going to be filling in today. Today we've been given another beautiful day, and I've got a person helping me off to my left, Mr. Delaney Pennock, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Delaney.
You're going to hear some good announcements today, so let's get started.
Well, before that, tell us about your weekend, Delaney. What'd you do?
Nothing really. What'd you do?
You didn't do anything?
No, survived.
It's kind of hard out there on the res, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, you know, I took a trip to the First Americans Museum this weekend. They had a not a private, it was, what they call it, Mark, a partners and family night or something like that. And we've worked pretty close with the First Americans Museum. Shout out to the people that we've worked with. There's a lot of Seminole representation and Muskogee representation over there. And so we were honored to go and take a look around. And it was a nice tour that we were on. And they had some nice food and finger food. Really kind of bougie is the wrong word for the finger food, Mark. I would say really, extravagant finger food? It was fancy. Fancy finger foods. So, like, for instance, my daughter, she can't have wheat, like gluten, so she can't eat bread or pizza crust. But they had a cookie that was made out of that blue corn flour that people make chatahaga from, and it gives it that blue tint. Well, they made a cookie out of it, and since it was cornmeal, it didn't have gluten in there, so she got to eat her first gluten-free cookie, and so she really enjoyed that. And we had a good time seeing some pictures of our very own Mark Williams in there, and seeing some pictures of Miko Chabon Colonel in there, and there was, like I said, a lot of Seminole citizen and member representative representing the Seminole Nation. Seeing a lot of good Creek friends over there, Chickasaw friends over there, Chata friends over there, Cherokee friends. So it was a good turnout, and they are expecting to have on the weekend of September 18th and September 19th, which is going to be the third weekend in September, their grand opening event. They are selling tickets for $5 a piece. A ticket, though, doesn't guarantee entry into the gallery, but it guarantees you a spot on the premises, so that way you can check out the events going on. They've got artists coming in doing shows and concerts, and our very own HPO, or Historic Preservation Office, will be there on Sunday between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and then that 3:30 to 4:30, Chickasaw, Creek Nation, KWSH, Alabama, Cosati, Tlaxcala will all be doing a presentation. And then I seen somewhere Sunday at 10, Alvin Deer. Some of you guys know Reverend Alvin Deer, Bryant Runs Above, Chabon Colonel, Miko Chabon Colonel, will all be available on Sunday. So on Saturday, it looks like it's going to be a lot of the more Western tribes, Kaw, Pawnee, Ponca, Citizens Pot. Yuchi will be there on Saturday from 3:30 to 4. But go out, check out their website. If you type in Fan Museum, you'll get there. But we'll kind of get right off to the announcements, and we have a guest today as well, so we'll try to go through these pretty quick. This weekend is going to be Saturday at 10 a.m., the General Council meeting scheduled to go live at 10 a.m. Again, it's this weekend on August the 4th at the Council House. Now, this weekend, the council meeting will be streamed on YouTube. There'll be a link on the Facebook page. Hopefully, we won't have the same issues that we've been having with our virtual meetings. The virtual meetings, since we've moved to that, our platform is a little bit different. But this one will be on the YouTube channel. So, and then this will be the swearing-in ceremony. And so next week, we're going to have the newly elected chief of the Seminole Nation, Louis J. Johnson, as well as the assistant chief, Brian Palmer. And so at least that's what's in the plans right now. So make sure you tune in next week for their first radio show as the newly elected chief and assistant chief. And so last night's band chiefs meeting was canceled. Mainly waiting to get the new elected officials into office, and so those will also pick back up pretty soon, and so be looking for those announcements coming out. But Thursday, special call meeting. We didn't get any of the results yet. Everything's still probably unofficial at this point, Mark. But like we mentioned, Ring Central, we do understand that there are some issues with the audio. We're currently working through those. It's a different platform than how we stream the meetings on the weekend, on Saturdays from the Council House. There's a setup already for that. With the Zoom meeting, there's a lot of challenges, but we're trying to get through it, so please be patient with the communications department. Yeah, I really say communications department because I'm in language in it. But yeah, so also an announcement with the government is going to be the special call Nuthkup Harjo meeting, band meeting, which is Thursday, September the 2nd, at the Miccosukee Gym, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. The episode 2 on the web series Seminole. So HBO is doing a video series, they're dropping the video the last Monday of every month, called Yesterday, Today, and Forever. And this one's going to be with Edwin Marshall and who was in there? Rodney Factor. And so make sure you catch that. And then Delaney, tell us a little bit about the video coming up with Jake.
I don't know.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
I thought you had it. No. Put me on the spot here.
Jake's coming out with the blowgun video, which is going to be a special video. That's going to be any word on the release date on that one yet?
Not yet. We're finishing filming today.
Okay, so the filming is finishing up today. But keep an eye out for those. HBO doing a good job over there with the videos and the segments coming out, and director David Frank. So also Jafigny is back open today. Jafigny Wellness Center, they are open, and Thursday they're getting ready to film a workout video with Keisha and Dakota. But Dakota dropped the video yesterday regarding making your health a priority. The weight loss challenge is currently going on. Me and Mark, we are not doing so hot right now. Let's just say we're giving the other teams a 2-week head start on their health and making sure they can drop the weight before. Mark, don't show them the dozen donuts that we brought into work today. So so let's go ahead and go over my cousin Clara in the higher ed department. Gave us some information regarding the BIA scholarship. Looks like September 14th will be the last day to apply. One thing that she wanted us to make note of is that the address that you mail your application to must be the Seminole Nation Higher Ed Department address, which is P.O. Box 464, Seminole, Oklahoma 74868. And please, please, please do not send these applications to the complex, because she says she will not get them, and which means that your application will not go through. So again, please make a special note when you mail these BIA applications in for your scholarship, that the address is going to be the P.O. Box 464 address. And if you have any questions, please contact Clara at 405-716-6040. Delaney, what you got over there?
Seminole Nation Gaming Enterprise job listings. We have a few openings here, guys. So go to the website, www.seminole.casino, and take advantage of these openings here. So quite a few.
Good deal. And we've got quite a few job openings at the complex as well, sno-nsn.gov. And also some community news before we get to our guest, Regina Evans. The Seminole Nation Reservation residents, or to the Seminole Nation Reservation residents, anyone Native American residing in the Seminole Nation reservation boundaries, Seminole Nation needs your help to get as many letters sent to us as quickly as possible to support our broadband efforts in applying for a broadband grant. Below is an example of what individuals need to sign and send back. Electronic signature is fine as well. So any native, it does not matter what tribe, who lives in Seminole County and who does not have 25-3 broadband access with broadband 25/3 is based on the speed. So broadband means 25 megabits per second of download speed and 3 megabits per second of upload speed. Man, that's still pretty slow. This was the minimum speed set in 2018. If you do not currently have access to the minimum speeds, please let us know. If you do not have a printer or scanner, an email with your electronic signature will work, or a written out statement captured by picture may be sent via email as well. All statements need to be received today by midnight. So tonight, please send those in to seminolebroadband@gmail.com. So if you have slow internet, let me give you the Jeremy Fultz version. If you have slow internet and you're native, send an email to this email saying that you have slow internet, and that's going to be seminolebroadband@gmail.com. I don't know how much easier I can make that. I mean, my family has slow internet. They barely have 3 and 3. So this 25 millibits per second is still pretty slow. Living in the city, I kind of get ruined by some of the fiber optic channels, but yeah, I come down here and internet just barely works. So let's make sure we put those in. Even the language department, we get like 10 millibits. So. All right, and then I forgot to do this at the top of the segment, but we are still going to go ahead and do this. With COVID-19 brings through some challenges, and unfortunately we have lost several of our tribal members. We've lost several friends and family members. Members of the community we've lost, and there are people right now fighting for their lives, people that are having a hard time trying to get through COVID. So keep them in your thoughts. Also, if you pray, make sure you keep them in your prayers as well. But we do want to go ahead and give a moment of silence right now in remembrance of the people that have lost their lives. So. All right, Mado. So with us, we have guest Regina Evans, and I might have did that subconsciously, leaving the COVID to start talking with you, Regina, regarding the things that we're getting ready to talk about. So, Director of Clinical Services, welcome to the show, Miss Regina Evans.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Good deal. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm currently the Director of Youth Clinical Care Ancillary Services is my official title, and I supervise several of the departments over at the Wewoka IHS facility. My departments are like X-ray, lab, dental, audiology, optometry, behavioral health, but I'm also very involved in the clinic aspect of everything. I'm a nurse by trade, so I'm a registered nurse, but I have a lot of passion for healthcare and a lot of passion for clinic care, and so that's my position currently.
Good deal. So tell us a little bit about what you guys got going on over at WHITEKILLER IHS.
Well, so yesterday or day before yesterday, I believe, somebody asked me, I had an individual that called and asked for a number as far as how many of the Seminole tribal members had been vaccinated. So we pulled a report, and it was interesting to say the least. So over at the clinic, we currently have 5,139 active Seminole Nation tribal members that have an active chart at our facility. And of those 5,139, we only have 1,135 that show to have at least one COVID-19 vaccine. So that leaves us at a rate of 22%. And I mean, you can do the math. That's not a very ideal situation as far as the vaccinated population's concerned. The state of Oklahoma has a fully vaccinated rate of 43.6%, and Kansas has a 48.1% rate, and Texas at 47.2%. With that being said, the Oklahoma City area itself, that includes IHS, the tribal, the urban sites, all of those. We've fully vaccinated 99,385 persons, individuals. And the state of Oklahoma is reporting fully vaccinated 67,595. So that leaves us with a 50% fully vaccinated rate of our eligible user population. So 22% of our tribal members is not a very good rate considering. We're taking a lot of time and effort. A lot of time and effort as far as we really want to reach out to the community. We're trying to assist in any way we can with anybody that has a hard time getting to our facility to get a vaccine. We've partnered with schools. We've partnered with the mobile market that delivers food to the community. We've gone to those sites when they're there and offered vaccines. We've gone to schools on multiple occasions. We partnered one Friday. We were at Wetumpka, and we partnered with a tribe that came and gave cash prizes. They did a raffle sort of
Let me say
thing.
that tribe, that was KWSH Tribal Town, wasn't it?
Okay, yes, it sure was. Thank you. I was trying to remember which one it was, and I was even at that event, but yes, I appreciate you remembering that. So they raffled off several different $100 prizes, and they gave everybody that came a Dairy Queen free ice cream.
Let me just say, my daughter got a free Dairy Queen ice cream card that day. So.
Well, that's nice. So that did increase. And I will also say that last week we completed 3,486 vaccinations in the area, which is up from 3,143 the week before, because vaccines had really started to decline, and now they're going back up because unfortunately so is the COVID.
So with that, the amount of eligible tribal members at IHS, you're saying 22% of eligible people at the IHS have gotten their vaccine.
No. I'm saying 22% of the Seminole Nation tribal members. So okay. Yeah, just Seminole Nation tribal members. And at WHITEKILLER, we fully vaccinated 2,809 people just at WHITEKILLER. But we also are giving vaccinations to anybody that's non-native. Basically, we just want to get the vaccine out to everybody. It's beneficial for everyone to have it. So
I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Absolutely.
A few of these questions, my partner in crime, my co-host, my unhissy gave me. So I'm going to ask you those same questions.
Sure.
Is there plenty vaccine to go around?
Yes, sir.
So anyone can call right now and book an appointment and come see you guys?
Absolutely.
Nice.
And we want that. and I was because before you got here, we were kind of just conversing amongst ourselves, and I had told them that anybody even that has a hard time getting to our facility or can't get to one of the places where we're out in the community, we encourage them to call our facility, because I promise, like, we'll find a way to get you vaccinated.
And native, non-native?
Absolutely. Anyone that's 12 and older is eligible to get vaccine.
Regardless if they're from Seminole, if they're from Wetumpka, wherever, right?
That's correct.
Awesome. And what's that number over there to call to make the appointment?
It's 405-257-7319. That's the appointment line at WIWOKA.
Good deal. So another question that was brought to our attention. What are some of the pros for getting the vaccine?
Well, as I'm sure that you've heard, like everyone else, so you still can be infected with COVID after you've been vaccinated. However, you're much less likely to become severely ill and much less likely to need critical care as far as hospitalizations or death. It reduces all of those by significant amounts.
You know, I live in the city, Regina, and there was a collaborative effort yesterday in the city with all the major ICU units, and they said they have 0 beds available.
That's correct.
Right now in Oklahoma City. And I know living out here in the country or rural Oklahoma, usually when hospitals down here got full, if they got full, you know, then the first place they go is to either Oklahoma City or Tulsa. Mm-hmm. And so with 0 beds there, where are patients going now?
We've heard of patients that have been had to be transferred to different states. There's, you know, I'm sure that if you read, you know, what I read, which sounds like very same story, they said that, you know, one of the hospitals reported that they had somebody in the ER that needed an ICU bed that was just in the ER that they were, you know, waiting, you know, for a bed. So that's the problem that we're having, is that, so now it's not just people becoming sick with COVID, it's if you have a major motor vehicle accident, there's not an ICU bed to put you in. So now our hospitals have overcome with COVID, and I'm sure that when you looked at that, it's alarming to read how many beds are consumed with COVID and how many ICU beds are consumed with COVID. You know, and it's scary. And also I was going to tell you that when you asked for that moment of silence and prayer for people, to keep your healthcare workers in your prayers too, because, you know, I know that just from being at work that we see how tired our nurses are and how hard it is. And we were saying, you know, in the beginning, you know, because we're all called to healthcare and we all love what we do. And so everybody was, you know, running on adrenaline, and we were like, man, we're doing this is good. And then we thought there was a light at the end of the tunnel. And then, you know, now the cases started to spike again, and all the problems in the Delta variant and all those sort of things started coming. And so, you know, everybody's getting tired, and the patients are tired, and, you know, our employees are really doing the best that they can, and we have great employees at WIWOKA, and they do everything we ask. And you know, so keep them in your thoughts and prayers too, because they're tired.
You know, I got my vaccination shot over at WIWOKA IHS, and some of my friends did too, and I've never had one complaint. I'm sure people's probably had, you know, a bad experience here and there.
Nobody's
yeah,
perfect.
No one's perfect, but you know, my experience have always been positive there. Got in, got my shot, waited my 15 minutes, and was out. And so, yeah, I want to thank everyone over at WIWOKA IHS. You treated me really well. I know that.
I appreciate that. And we're having a clinic on, I just wanted to let everyone know that we're having a clinic on Saturday on September the 11th, because just in case somebody has commitments that keep them from being able to come out on a weekday to get the vaccine, we decided to offer one on a Saturday. So we are having the Saturday clinic on September the 11th, and you can call to get an appointment for that at the same number that I had given earlier.
Tell us a little bit about booster shots. We've seen the CDC started recommending the 3rd dose of the COVID-19 vaccinations.
That's correct.
So people that are fully vaccinated with the 2nd shot or the 1 shot of the Johnson & Johnson, you're considered fully vaccinated. But now it's been probably, 8 months so far since the vaccine started rolling out.
Yeah.
And so these third doses are coming up really quick.
So the third dose is basically it's a third dose for individuals. The CDC recommends that individuals that are severely immunocompromised receive a third dose of the vaccine. And the severely immunocompromised, they have certain guidelines for that. We have those posted on our Facebook page at WeWoka. I pulled it up on my phone just in case, but severely immunocompromised, or there's things like if you take 20 milligrams of prednisone daily, then that would qualify you. The qualifications for the third dose are more strict as far as when COVID vaccines first were released, people started saying, okay, well, you know, those that are high risk need to come and get it. And you qualify for high risk if you're diabetic or if you have heart disease. Well, this is a little bit more specific as far as being severely immunocompromised. And the third dose is not the same as a booster. They will also come out. We're expecting that they're going to come out with when the booster dose should be given, and that will be different and separate than the third dose, because even if you have a third dose, you'll be required or you'll be have a booster recommendation just like the population that had 2 doses.
Ooh, that's good to know. I thought the booster shot and the third shot were the same thing.
I mean, they're the same vaccine, but they'll still, like, they want you to have that third one if you're severely immunocompromised, but it's not considered a booster dose at that point. And you do need to get the same dose, the same manufacturer that you had for the first and the second dose with the third one.
So if you got Pfizer, get Pfizer. If you got
Correct.
Moderna, get Moderna.
Correct.
So any last things that you want to let us know? If not, let us know about that phone number to set up vaccination appointments.
Okay, that phone number is 405-257-7319. And again, if you have any questions, if you have concerns, if you just need a little bit, an ear to listen, whatever, as far as questions you may have, just call and let us know, because we always have someone that'll talk to you.
Good deal. Well, Mado for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you around, Regina.
Okay, you
All
guys
right.
have a great day.
Yeah, Mado. Again, that was Miss Regina Evans with WeWoka IHS. And, takes hours and days to plan this radio show for these 30 minutes. And when we get into it, we almost get too much information, Mark. And so, just joking. We walk in and do the show. No, not even like that. But kind of to wrap up for today, we also want to bring a quick reminder. If you have a fundraiser, gathering, or community notice to announce, send your flyer information to seminolemedia@gmail.com. Again, that's seminolemedia@gmail.com to get it shared on this page for the Seminole Nation Community and Events page. Right now, there's 2 different Facebook pages for the Seminole Nation. One's the government page, which you're going to see a lot of announcements regarding legislation, anything going on within the government itself. But the Seminole Nation Community and Events page is for you guys. So if you have a meat sale, Indian taco sale, if you want Jeremy and Delaney and Mark to come and be at your meat pie sale so we can help boost your sales, let us know. And we're here for y'all. We might take a meat pie here or there, but or that can of Pepsi. Auntie always gives me that Pepsi to drink. But so any kind of fundraiser, college graduates, athletes, highlights, school achievements, that's going to be the Seminole Nation Community and Events page. Send it to seminolemedia@gmail.com. And so just some quick examples, like for Cordell King going to Haskell University to play basketball, Grace Lena at Seminole State, Camry Whitekiller at Kansas Wesleyan, Gabe Gouge at Shaw University playing D2 ball, things like that we want to know about. So happy birthdays. I forgot about happy birthdays. Megan Beaver, Rock Kobai, Larry Amos, Bill Harjo, Gabe Wynn, Michael Logan. Happy birthday. And you can go ahead and start rolling that outro music now, Mark. Remember, Facebook and YouTube playback Wednesday at 8. Right here. Radio show, 11 a.m. every Tuesday, 97.7 FM, 1260 a.m. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Mado and Jihi Jahlis, Jimbanayahi.